The Joe Rogan Experience.
Do you see that Canada banned assault weapons? They banned all assault weapons. There's like a 2-year grace period. You got like 2 years, then you got to turn in your AR-15s. That is not making the gun people here happy. Very, very upset. And people are pointing something out, too. This was like a video of a Canadian sheriff discussing it. And he said, out of all the shootings that I've ever been a part of where there's illegal activity like that and horrible crimes that are being committed, he goes, it's never with a licensed gun owner. These aren't licensed gun owners. These people that got these guns, they're going to get these guns illegally anyway. Just because they're not legal doesn't mean they're not. They're going to do an illegal thing. They don't need a legal gun to do an illegal thing. And if you think that all you're going to do is make it more difficult and more money for the gun runners, it's going to, for sure, it's going to be something where it's more risky for them, but it's also going to be more profitable. It's going to be hard to get a gun over there. But people are still going to do it. They bring coke in from South America. They're going to bring guns into Canada. It's going to happen. But only the criminals are going to have them now.
Yeah. Getting an illegal assault weapon is the nicest thing anybody getting an assault weapon's doing.
Yes, exactly. Perfectly put. That's exactly what it is. It's just, I wish there was a world where we didn't need guns. I wish, for sure. But that's not this world. Doesn't mean you don't love people. It just means like you got to look at things practically. You can't look at things the way you want them to be. You got to look at things the way they are. The way they are is there's more guns than there are people. And to say you can't have a gun anymore, it's like, okay, well, who gets to have a gun? And who's going to take the guns away? And what are we going to do about the Constitution? And why? Can we vote on this? Or should this be a part of the Bill of Rights where this is how we are and this is how this country was established and this is the things we agree on? We don't want to vote on whether or not we have free speech. We need free speech. Should we vote on whether or not we have the Second Amendment? Some people say no. Some people say what we're dealing with is a mental health problem. We're not dealing with a gun problem. The gun problem is that the mentally ill people get the guns. It's not a gun problem. And there's a lot of people that want to have guns to protect themselves from mentally ill people that are violent.
And it's also the news. Again, a lot of this goes back to news for me.
Mm-hmm.
And them glorifying these people. This is what they say. You know what I mean? They know they're going to get the coverage. They know that their name's going to get out there.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. If we didn't do that, then they wouldn't do that. Much more to me than the guns. If we take away the guns, if we have the guns, like if we cover it differently, things will be different, without a doubt.
It's true, but people want to know what the name of the guy who shot up the school is.
Well, they don't get to know.
They broadcast it. People find it online.
I don't think they should. Like, why would that be necessary?
I don't know, man. I think it's just one of those things about human nature. Like if there was a video of Tom Cruise falling off the back of a plane, you would watch it. If he fell to his death, you'd watch that video. Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. If it leaks, yeah.
I think it's kind of along the same lines. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think that the government could help with that. If they're going to, I think before restricting guns, I think they could step in and then maybe run it by some psychiatrists and scientists and whatnot and see what they think about the media part of a crime. Because again, I mean, like these people want to be legends. They want to be.
It certainly has an effect.
You know, I watched this Hitler documentary, and it talked about how Eva Braun. This applies to what we're talking about. It mentioned Eva Braun didn't have to go to the bunker to die with Hitler, and this person said that she did it because she knew that by doing that against Hitler's wishes, that she would inevitably die with Hitler, and therefore, because she was kept behind the scenes and on the back burner so much, become a bigger part of history. So she could have decided to live a normal life, maybe get prosecuted later or whatever, but sort of live or go to prison or whatever, or go to the bunker and die with Hitler and be part of history forever and be represented as the woman that was with Hitler.